I want to take his mask off and see the life leave his eyes.
Halloween Kills is the direct sequel to Halloween 2018. It's once again directed by David Gordon Green, and it stars Jamie Lee Curtis. And this time, the night is continuing from Halloween 2018. Laurie Strode is being taken to the hospital after she burns her house down with Michael in it, but a group of firefighters go to her house. Michael emerges from the fiery inferno, kills all the firefighters, and then continues on with his killing spree. Plus, there's an angry mob out to get vengeance for Michael Myers. Okay, Halloween Kills. Not a lot of people like this one, I know that. And now it's time for me to present my hot take. Because trust me, you'll find out through the course of me reviewing this franchise later on, I got a lot of hot takes in this franchise. You already found that out with me just finding the original okay. I really like this movie. If you want just pure slasher fun, this movie delivers. If you want a movie that completely delivers on its title, this movie fucking delivers. This movie is just a bloodbath from start to finish, and I loved every single minute of that. If you want good kills, you get that surprisingly in this movie. When I saw this in theaters back in 2021, I was thinking, holy shit, the kills are actually good in this movie. That's uncommon for a lot of installments in this franchise. But yeah, you get brutal, nasty kills, and the gore is great. And not only that, the kills are plentiful in this movie. This movie has a pretty large kill count. When the title says Halloween Kills, it fucking means kills. I'll just put it that way. And also, the performances in this movie, in large part, are really good. And one thing I love about this movie that it absolutely improves on from the first one is less humor. This movie dials back the terrible humor quite a bit. I mean, there's still some humor in here, but they keep it more to a minimum compared to its predecessor. I also like the fact that there's an angry mob in this movie finally trying to stand up to Michael Myers. Like, everyone's like, okay, we're done with this shit. Let's fucking take him out. It does get a bit ridiculous later on in the movie, and I'll get that into my flaws, but I just like the concept of that. Like, an angry mob just be like, let's take out this serial killer together. Fuck the justice system. We're going to deal with it ourselves. We're going to make sure Michael gets what he deserves. Also, this movie feels a lot more intense than its predecessor too, because one problem, like major problem, I had with Halloween 2018 was its lack of tension. It was very inconsistent on its tension levels. This movie increases that, and it sticks with its intensity throughout the entire runtime. It actually picks a tone and it sticks with it, and I loved it. And whenever Michael's on screen, this movie stays exciting, it's tension-filled and intense. And I couldn't ask for anything more in this very fast-paced, kind of action-heavy slasher. I really enjoyed that about this movie. Now when it comes to the flaws, just like its predecessor, the writing isn't very strong. There's times where the dialogue gets a bit heavy-handed. They repeat multiple times, "Evil dies tonight," and it got kind of ridiculous. And not only did that get ridiculous, there's this one point in this movie where there's this old short guy. He's just trying to get away from this mob because they believe he's Michael Myers. There's this one scene where they're in a hospital, and that's where I'll get to another flaw here later, but there's this mob that goes into the hospital. Like, the whole angry mob finds out that this guy is there, and they chase him right up to, like, I think the top floor of the hospital, and it leads him to killing himself. And by that point, you almost think, Jesus Christ, can I really be behind this angry mob thing? Because they just automatically assume he's Michael Myers, and then by the time they find out he's not, you're like, what was the point of that? Like, why would you do that? That's like you're just letting your emotions fucking take over your motives and actually trying to find Michael Myers. Like, this is stupid. And if you thought Jamie Lee Curtis took a backseat in Halloween 2018, she really takes a backseat here too. Like, this trilogy was supposed to be about Laurie Strode trying to get her vengeance on Michael Myers, right? Well, if you would have let Halloween 2018 end where it did, you would think, okay, she did it. But no, she's in the hospital for the entire runtime of this movie, and it almost completely forgets about that whole storyline. Because, yeah, this movie isn't about Laurie Strode, even though she is in this movie, but yeah, she has nothing to do in this movie. This whole movie is basically about Michael's killing spree and this angry mob trying to get after him. And while I loved the Michael's killing spree aspect, and that's the majority of this movie, and that's where I get all of my sheer entertainment value out of here, but that angry mob thing I'm kind of mixed on because it was compelling until it got ridiculous. Plus that angry mob thing did lead to an awesome ending where Michael's just killing them all. That was fucking awesome. And it was very brutal and bloody, and I loved it. Like, it was like, man, this movie ends on such an intense, violent note, and I love that. But yeah, when it comes to like the Jamie Lee Curtis stuff, I'm like, she almost did not need to be in this movie at all. So in the end, Halloween Kills is a great time. It's got the gore, great kills, plentiful kills, compelling story stuff until it got. But I will say I did enjoy the story overall, except when it got a little too ridiculous, and I thought Jamie Lee Curtis was completely unnecessary being in this movie. But yeah, despite the writing being kind of subpar, I did enjoy this movie. It was fast paced, it was fun, gory, bloody, all that shit. The Michael Myers stuff I thought was excellent. And even though the mob mentality shit got way too ridiculous after like it actually got really compelling, yeah, I do like this movie. I like it a lot more than most people do. I think it's a fun movie. You'll find out my thoughts on Halloween Ends right on Halloween Day. But yeah, I do enjoy Halloween Kills quite a bit. I think it's an overhated movie despite its writing flaws. I am going to give Halloween Kills a B plus.